Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. We're playing a little bit more Destiny today. So, I've been getting into Destiny quite a lot, and I've been doing a lot more raids. And one exotic weapon that drops from raids, especially the Vault of Glass, is called the Vex Mythoclast. Now, the Vex Mythoclast is a very special weapon, because not only does it look badass and pretty damn awesome, it also is a fusion rifle, which is generally a special weapon, or kind of your second-handed weapon. Whereas actually in this case the fusion rifle is a primary weapon. Now for those that don't really know Destiny, it won't really mean much to you, but it basically is a very unique gun in the sense that you can actually have a fusion rifle as a primary and a secondary at the same time. The difference with this gun, of course, being the Vex Mythoclast, it has an ability which means it can have a continuous fire single shot fusion rifle. Most fusion rifle, it's a charge shot which fires about 7 shots at the same time. In this case you're firing basically as an auto rifle fusion rifle, which makes it very unique. It does a lot of damage, and as you can see it's solar, which basically means it sets people on fire as well. But the problem I have with this weapon is I don't think it does enough damage, and I kind of explain this. So I haven't really upgraded this Vex Mythoclast in this clip, but I'm actually recording the audio separately, and since then I have used it a lot more and probably got better gameplay than this, but this is what I recorded at the time. And I think, quite honestly, you get a lot of assists with the Vex Mythoclast. Even now, you get a lot of assists. It tends to do a lot of damage, but because of the accuracy of the gun, hopefully you can see that wild spread there when you actually fire it. It's very hard to get the headshots, and you know, for me, you can try and see as that guy was just glitching out like hell, which was a bit annoying. Yeah, don't ask me what the hell was happening here. But as you can kind of see, I'm trying to get the headshots because it then pops them basically, and it's the easiest way of getting the kill because it does a lot more damage. But with this gun, when it really only takes 4 shots if you hit them correctly, because of the wild spread of the gun, it's very hard to get that headshot to make it count. And for me, I was just finding it a little bit irritating, because I mean, it's one of those things where everyone complains about the Vex Mythoclast because everybody in the Crucible uses the Vex Mythoclast. It's like the worst gun ever. Oh, you know, it's too mainstream and all that stuff. I like the gun for the, you know, it's a good gun, but quite honestly, I wouldn't say it's the best gun to use in Crucible. Things like the Last Word, Hawkmoon, Thorn are so much better, and because of their accuracy as well, and, you know, although, you know, to be fair, the Last Word has, you know, stupid recoil, as you can see there, I fired a few shots and it barely took any damage off of him. Now the thing is, Vex Mythoclast is going to be one of those weapons that is actually surprisingly getting a buff. Now for those that complain about the Vex Mythoclast, you're going to be like, what do you mean? But actually, because of the wild spread of the gun, they're actually going to be decreasing that weapon spread and trying to make it a little bit more accurate. Now at the same time, they're also going to be decreasing the rate of fire and things like that, so you know, I think overall it still will be a buff, because even though it won't have as high a rate of fire, I think the fact that it will be more accurate will help it so much more, because let's be honest, the accuracy is the most annoying thing. But as you can see, I just get so many assists with this gun, I get so irritated. Now for the thing for me, I've actually had quite a few Vex Mythoclast drops. For those that don't know, the Vex Mythoclast is an exotic weapon that only drops in the Vault of Glass. I think you can buy it from Xur, but I've never seen it on sale from Xur. But for me, it's just one of those guns that is really good if you know how to use it. But for me, the weapon spread is a bit too crazy. As you can see, you know, hopefully you can see in this gameplay that I'm very good at trying to get the headshots, because I am very aware that is the best way of doing it. But because of the way the gun handles, it just takes a while, because as you're firing, you kind of have to adjust constantly to try and get that kill, which does make it a little bit annoying. And that's the thing, I mean, quite often, as you kind of saw there, you fire like 1,000 bullets, and it has like this random burst of really accurate fire that will get the guy down to about 2% health, and then every other shot from that just misses, and it basically scatters around it. And I mean, you know, there's very many videos showing the spread of the gun if you fire it continuously, but essentially, if you fire it continuously, it kind of goes in a weird pattern, but if you use the gun quite a lot, then to be fair, that pattern is quite predictable. It's not really one of those guns where, you know, quite a lot of auto rifles, this is kind of an auto fusion rifle, quite a lot of auto rifles, people tell you to burst fire it and, you know, just be careful, fire a few bullets at a time, keep that weapon spread down. But actually, with the Vex Mythoclast, if you try and burst fire it, it's still got massive spread. It's not like you can fire one bullet at a time and, you know, still get, like, basically an instant shot. It's got such a wild spread on it anyway. It's essentially like hip firing a sniper rifle in Call of Duty. It can go in any direction, and it's a bit weird, even when you're aiming down sights. But at the same time, you know, if you get those headshots, like I say, you can do a lot of damage. Now, I've been really enjoying the Vex Mythoclast, and like I say, it's still one of my go-to guns. I've fully upgraded it now, and, you know, it's my favourite. And to be fair, for me, it's one of those, you can only have one exotic equipped at any one time, and I would say this is a lot better than a Gjallarhorn, in my opinion, for the Crucible. You know, you don't get that much heavy ammo, and let's be honest, as good as the Gjallarhorn is, in my opinion, something like the Vex Mythoclast or a primary exotic is so much better. And when the Taken King comes out, you're going to be able to upgrade these and keep them in line. You're not going to be able to do that for the Gjallarhorn as much, because that's going to get nerfed like shit because it's too OP. That being said, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what the next month holds. I'm going to be doing a lot more Destiny videos and trying to do, you know, I'm not going to be too Destiny focused because I still play a lot of other games. You know, I've been trying to do a lots of other gameplay such as Elder Scrolls Online. I'm trying to make a Last of Us series and things like that. But for me, you know, I keep coming back to this game every week now, and I've got in this pattern where Tuesdays I do raids and I do all the nightfalls and I do the strikes and I do the daily stories to get as many kind of items as possible, so I can get as many exotics before Taken King comes out. What I would say is, if you're interested, I live stream more regularly now. So I live stream on Monday nights, Wednesday nights, Friday nights. As a standard. I normally have one live stream at the weekend as well, but that's not guaranteed. And then on top of that, I do live stream most Tuesdays. The problem with Tuesday is that I do a lot of raids, and I probably play on my PS4 every day if I'm 100% honest. But for me, it's one of those things where, although I play every single day, I tend not to live stream every time because, you know, depending on what I'm doing, I might not be 100% active the whole time. But I normally do live stream on Tuesdays, the raids, because, you know, I try and do every raid, 6 raids, which normally take half an hour to 45 minutes each, all on Tuesday, on all of my characters. So it should be good, and if you guys are interested in watching that, then my Twitch is in the description below. If you like this video, and you would like to see some other gameplay for Destiny, then please comment below, subscribe, because I will be trying to do as much gameplay as possible, and on top of that, I'm going to be doing some only gameplays where I've been doing challenge videos, and my next challenge video will be using the Husk of the Pit only. So see you guys then. Thank you guys for watching. See you again next time.